Got a story from BuyIntoComics.com. Upcoming Ray solo film director Charmin Obaid Chinoy said it's about time that we had a woman come forward to shape the story of Star Wars. I'll link this in the description box. You can read it for yourself. I'm kind of gloss over a lot of it to kind of give you my thoughts and everything. Because a lot of people, this is becoming like a big thing in the news. People complaining about it because just that message. It's about time. Like, hello, Kathleen Kennedy has been running Star Wars for over 10 years. What are we talking about here? Yes, technically, you're the first woman and the first person of color to direct a Star Wars movie. Which is okay. I mean, what does that really mean? I don't give a damn who you are. I care about, do you have the quality? Are you going to make a good movie? That's what I care about. Are you a good director, a good writer, good actor, whatever it is, good athlete, whatever it is in whatever job that you're doing. That's what I care about. I don't care about your skin color, your gender, your religion, your sexuality, none of that stuff. Doesn't matter. Who cares? But essentially, the problem I have with it is her saying it's about time. Finally. Blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. Number one, that's you're sending a message, or you're trying to send a message with that. As I said when I was replying to somebody on Twitter, or X, I guess we should call it now, about this, that it's not so much that she's directing, it's what she's saying. You're saying this stuff now, it's right out of the playbook, right out of the woke playbook, or whatever, to say, it's about time, blah blah blah. The next thing is and I should say this, it only becomes a problem if she says this next thing, and that's, this is a movie made for the female fans of Star Wars. And then sometimes they go a little further and they'll say stuff like, this isn't for you men, this isn't for you. And then they'll complain if men don't go see the movie. They'll say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like Elizabeth Banks with the Charlie's Angels stuff and everything, when she was saying that in the lead up to the movie coming out, this is a movie made for women, it's not made for men. Then why aren't men going to see Charlie's Angels? It's like, because you said it wasn't for us, you dummy. I mean, like seriously, like how stupid can you be? Anyway, the article goes on to talk about how it's very, as it says here, absolutely baffling, given the very real attention the overall Star Wars franchise has given to the female perspective ever since its 2012 purchase by the House of Mouse. They proceeded to promote film producer Kathleen Kennedy, the president, blah blah blah. It goes on and on. And talks about the Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ahsoka, more more heavy-handed, even forceful attempts at boosting the franchise's profiles of their respective female leads, often at the expense of their male counterparts as characters. They give examples from the Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka, and so on and such forth. Like I said, that's why I'll link in the description box. You can read it for yourself. You guys know all this stuff anyway. At least, pretty much most of it. Then it goes on and talks about, the acolyte. Assuming that thing actually comes out, as at this point, I have no idea if it's actually going to come out or not. I mean, it's like you've heard so many rumors about it and stuff, but we'll see. They list, some of the various, female directors and producers and such and forth that they've had throughout the years. And it goes on and on and it continues. Like I said, that's to me the problem. Again, I'll repeat myself one time, then I'll wrap this video up. The problem is her saying it's about time, because that first off, that comes across a little entitled. It's one of those things where you're like, come on, man, we don't need to hear that. You let other people say it for you, let the fans say it for you on Twitter and stuff. Why are you saying it? It just comes across poor. The optics are bad, I think, in my opinion. But then that by itself is enough to be a little distasteful and to make people kind of roll their eyes and stuff. But if she goes further, because the next, like I said, the next play is for her to say that finally we're making a movie for the female fans of Star Wars, or some version of that. Some version of, this movie is for the female fans of Star Wars who've never had their own movie, or some bullshit like that, or whatever. If she says that, then you know that things are too far gone at this point, because even though you could tell that there are people inside Disney, inside Warner's, and so on and so forth, people who understand that going woke is a bad thing. It's not working out. You could just tell. I mean, just common sense tells you that a lot of these movies are underperforming. I mean, Disney wasn't even the highest grossing movie studio last year. Universal beat them. Now Disney was number two. Let's not make it out. I don't want to make it out like they're sitting there in the poorhouse. But considering all the franchises they have and stuff, they should be the runaway number one. That's why when they had originally bought, when Disney had originally bought the Marvel Studios and stuff, or the Marvel properties, got the rights to Star Wars and so on, bought Star Wars, all that stuff. There was people saying, "Well, damn, it's like a monopoly almost." And of course, they had the stuff with Fox and everything, but that just added to it. Disney should be by far the highest grossing movie studio, but they were number two because a lot of their movies are underperforming. Plus, also Universal had a couple overperforming. But anyway, it's just one of those things where it's like if you guys, if they want to get back to the heights that they were at before, they got to get away from all this just woke agenda stuff. You can still have your woke stuff. You can still have your women, your people of color, so on and so forth in these movies, TV shows, etc., positions of power. But when you're just beating people over the head with it, they don't like it. People don't like being lectured to, especially in a movie or a TV show. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. But like I said, I'll link this in the description box. You can read it for yourself. I pretty much covered the entire thing, and you guys know, no, you guys pretty much knew all this stuff anyway. But thank you very